This is my 59th video. In this video, I take up discussion on why wife and husband fight with each other. Really interesting, is it not? As all of you know, today the newly married couple and of course the old couple also, men having marriage life for about men spent about 20 years or 25-30 years, they still sometimes they fight. It's a very casual, a very common thing. So this kind of fight between wife and husband is evident in the society, and not only in India but in almost all corners of the world. I can say in almost all the nations, all the countries. This kind of conflict between wife and husband is a very common feature. Not always they fight, but sometimes it so happens that wife will develop conflict with the husband, or sometimes wife or husband also will develop conflict with the wife. For some petty reasons, sometimes a very serious matters also, they may fight with each other. So this is an interesting topic. Why wife and husband fight with each other? This is my discussion. It is very common to believe that all married woman and man, that is wife and husband, fight sometimes or the other in their married life. They come from different family backgrounds and different environments and different family brothers. This is the reason why they fight. They develop conflict because from different environments they come. Immediately after the marriage, the couple take it granted that they are connected well, but somewhere and somehow they experience the feel of the disconnection. See the beauty. This feel of disconnection certainly creates sense of soft pain, and it becomes wider and wider as the time lapses. As the days go on, as the time passes, as the time lapses, as the days run, what happens? After the marriage, in the beginning, of course, they'll be very, very happy. They spend happy moments after the marriage. But as the time passes, slowly they just hidden emotions are expressed outside. So that leads to the development of conflict between wife and husband. In this feel of disconnection certainly creates some of the soft pain, and it becomes wider and wider, as I said, with the time. The arguments and counter arguments between couples is good, no doubt, and will relieve the couple from emotions built up over a period of time. The couple will come out of emotions when they start arguments and counter arguments with one another. Definitely. After sharing their feelings in the form of arguments and counter arguments, the couple become more happy, more comfortable, more sharing, and more caring for one another. See the beauty, fun of the day. So once they start fighting due to some disconnection, discomfort developed between them, they start fighting. The fighting starts with a small argument. It becomes bigger and bigger. The argument makes the people share their feelings. That means once they start arguing, wife will argue, then husband also will start replying. He will also take up counter argument. This is the beauty of the fight between wife and husband married couple. However, such arguments should never lead to disagreement and must end with an agreement to behave and act for the comfort of each other. and give up their acts which led to their discomfort, dissatisfaction, fear and negative feelings. This is the outcome of the arguments and counter arguments after the development of the conflict. To give up that conflict, to when to do away with that kind of conflict, it is very important for the wife and husband, newly married or old couple, to take up arguments, and beautiful arguments they can make with the motto of agreeing to one another, not disagreeing. They should not disagree to the argument of another, opinion of other. They should always start the arguments with the hope and with the confidence that they certainly agree to the opinion of the partner. That is the beauty. Now, the newly married couple will have new mindsets and different frames of social behavior. Therefore, the couple can identify their issues which resulted into their conflict, for which they can start argument and end up with acceptance and compromise. And acceptance for compromise is very important. They should compromise for their mutual benefit and to live together with happiness, the harmony, and should never allow their conflict to grow bigger and bigger and wider, because it leads to such development of the conflict and sustenance of such conflict between wife and husband without solution, without compromise, will result in the breakup of their wedlock. So, and divorce. So, such a thing should never arise. The couple, educated couple, or knowledgeable couple, the people who are intellectuals, who are intelligent, who are clever, and who have understood the situation, and who are aware of the situation and the result of the conflict, should be very cautious, should start argument in a smaller way, and take up these arguments and counter arguments by both wife and husband, allowing one another to agree to the opinion of the partners, other, and at the end they should agree to make a compromise, come to a compromise for the comfort of each other, for the comfort of both the partners, wife and husband. That's how they can lead a beautiful life, they can enjoy a beautiful life by only coming to a compromise, not by continuing their conflict of arguments, continuing the arguments and disagreeing the opinion of the partners. So, they should make it a point. They have to argue, they have to converse with each other, they have to converse with each other, they have to talk to one another, they have to speak to one another, and they have to start arguments, counter arguments they can take up, and both the couple, wife and husband, should agree to the opinion of another partner, and they should come to a compromise and settlement, and see that their arguments, counter arguments end up peacefully and with a happy note. So, when their arguments and counter arguments end up with a happy note, they become more sharing, more caring, and will lead more happy life in days to come. That is the beauty of this kind of conflicts. Of course, I don't say there is no couple no in this world never fought, never had any conflict. Definitely every couple can have conflict. Every couple might have fought with one another for some petty reason or other, petty issue or the other, but ultimately they had come to a compromise and ended up with a happy note and led a beautiful and happy life. So, dear viewers, make it a point that if you have any conflict with your partner, see that you make it clear through argument or through conversation or by expression, open expression, open heart, and then that is how you can become a very happy wedded couple. Thank you very much, dear viewers. If you like my video, kindly share, subscribe, and comment. Thank you very much.